Hi everybody, welcome to Saddleback this weekend. Have I told you lately that I love you? You know, this is our first weekend of fall, which is always such a great time with so many things going on. And the first big event coming up happens this week. It's the international leaders coming from all over the world, coming to Saddleback for a 3-day Made for Mission conference. We're going to be training them in the peace plan, both local and global, and helping them help others discover their life mission. So I want to ask you to pray for me this weekend as I'm preparing actually 7 new messages, 6 at the conference and 1 other that I have to teach in the next 4 days, 7 different messages. And if you can't attend, it's still not too late to sign up, but seating is limited. So come and join us at the Made for Mission conference. Now, this weekend, we are concluding our series called Talking to Kids About Stuff That Matters. And I created this series in response to the answers that you gave me from a survey we took in the summer. And I asked you what issues you felt parents and kids needed to talk about the most, and you gave me about a dozen really good subjects and themes. But this series is only supposed to last 6 weeks, so I took the top 6 in order, and we're going to have to come back in part 2 of this series sometime next year. Now, this weekend, I want us to look at what God says about when you're harassed or bullied. When you're harassed or bullied. And I'd like you to raise your hand right now if you can remember a time in your life, either as a child or as a teenager or as an adult, when you felt bullied or harassed. Can I see your hands? Okay? Now, I can't see you, obviously, but I figured that. I figured that almost everybody I know has felt being harassed or bullied, either at school or in the neighborhood or in the office or in the sports field or, unfortunately, even at home sometimes. What does God have to say about bullying and harassment? That's what we're going to look at today. Well, because everything on earth is broken by sin, including relationships, God tells us not to be surprised when people are mean or pushy or angry or controlling or manipulative. In fact, Jesus warned us to expect opposition and harassment in life. In John 16, verse 33, I love this in the Message translation. Jesus says, I've told you all this so that in trusting me, you will be unshakable and at peace. In this godless world, you will experience difficulties, but take heart. I have conquered the world. He said, you're going to have trouble. You're going to experience difficulties. You're going to have harassment in your life. But take heart, I've conquered the world. Now, God also warns us that as time goes on throughout history, he said things would get worse, not better. That people would actually become more uncivil, more unkind, more rude, more mean. 2 Timothy chapter 3 says this, verses 1 to 4 in the New Living Translation. You should also know that in the last days, there will be very difficult times. For people will love only themselves and their money. That sound familiar? They will be boastful and proud, scoffing at God, disobedient to their parents and ungrateful. They will consider nothing sacred. They will be unloving and unforgiving. They will slander others. And this is years before the internet. They will have no self-control. People will be cruel and have no interest in what is good. They will betray their friends. They will be reckless, be puffed up with pride, and they will love pleasure rather than God. You know, friends, that sounds an awful lot like modern culture, because civilization is losing its civility by the day. We're getting ruder, not more loving in the world. We're getting more unkind, not more kind. So I want to begin by defining bullying. Here's the definition. Bullying is any unwanted, aggressive behavior where a person or group tries to exert power over somebody else.